you don't think most men have sexual discipline. I think the opposite. I think men ain't got no choice but to have sexual discipline.
I think the opposite too.
Left men
In
left.
today's world,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Like you
Oh,
have no choice but to do it. Otherwise, you can get you like. Are there men that cross that boundary? Yes, but most men do not cross the boundary that would land
I
most
mean,
like.
well, she's not talking about in the extreme form, like we're just going out here and being super primal and doing what we want to do, like it's the
Wasn't there a
Superdome or
study
something. We're
of
not
men
doing
having
that.
like less sex or something like that?
I
Well, yeah,
honestly,
because
I
our T
don't know.
levels are down dramatically from what they were. We don't feel like it as much in general, right? But that's another thing. We do have discipline to a certain extent, of course, because we're not out here savages, just really wild and clubbing women over the head and dragging them into a back alley and having our way. That's something different. But that's not what she was describing. What she's saying is that we don't have discipline, and whereas we'll go ahead, meet up with a chick, we like her, we're gonna smash, or maybe we're dating a woman who we appreciate, and then she ain't giving it up yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Susie down the street because she's giving it up right now. That's what she's talking about.
But you know what's
But
crazy?
a lot of men, go
That's
ahead.
I was gonna say that's crazy because that's not a lack of sexual discipline. That's just, and I know you pretty much agree with me on this. I'm not actually arguing what you said, but like if a woman, since women are watching us, that's not a lack of sexual discipline. That's me not getting from you what I've always been used to getting. So I'm gonna go get it from somewhere else until you decide that this is what we want to do. I mean, let's keep it real.
Right.
That's like saying a woman doesn't have dating discipline. Like if you're not taking her out,
True.
she
True.
gonna go get taken out by
Hold on,
somebody else.
Sweeney. How about food discipline? They don't have food discipline. So if
Ooh,
they
uh-oh.
were to talk about we don't have sexual discipline, they don't have food discipline. That's why they all overweight.
Well, I
Boy,
will say this,
Sheesh.
right? I think a lot of times we get men who are universally attractive, always speaking in the adverse of certain things. But when you looking at that, right, what we don't see is universally attractive men always telling everybody that they're constantly rejecting women too. So
yes.
I think it's a fine line when you guys are saying you like sexual discipline because honestly, I don't believe specifically black men are as hypersexual as people like to make y'all. I think that that's a very small group of people that have to be standing in front of the conversations a lot of times. Although you're saying this is a man's nature, does not mean you're hypersexual and promiscuous. And we see it in you guys actually trying to mitigate how hypersexual the women are. We see that the women have become far more hypersexual than you.
Yep.
So that doesn't equate to a lack of sexual discipline. I think when a man is saying, I want to actually court this woman and respect her boundary of not forcing her to have sex or not pushing sex on her, a lot of times we try to make that sexual discipline when he's dealing with a woman who's already got into bed with him. Those two things don't correlate. Your intentions with me may not be your intentions with Precious because she probably brought out a different version of a man than you.
Also, I would add that, and I like that you said that, Paris. But and I would add that I think a lot of people try to look at the discipline through their own lens rather than through the man's lens. Because men do have sexual discipline because there's certain women we won't touch with a 10-foot pole, and there's certain women we will sleep with. That's exercise and discipline because there's you know what I mean. Otherwise, he'd just be hitting everything that is offered his way. Like you said, I've seen this too. A lot of dudes that can get a lot of women always talk about how many women they have to turn down, and they say it all the time. You know? So
You can't take them all. You can't
Okay, so
take them
give us
all.
an example of what that looks like.
What does what look like?
Turning a woman down? Because
Oh, I mean,
for some women, seeing is believing, and they don't think that men are turning women down. And I guess that's where
what?
this question comes from. That's where her
Nah,
perspective
women,
comes from.
women
So
are
what
rejected
exactly?
a lot. Just
So what exactly
women are
does that
rejected a
look
lot.
like? Because to
It's
women, them rejecting a man is, paramount in their brain. They don't think that men are rejecting women. They just think
m-
that they're being
So let me
rejected.
let me say this.
Let me.
oh
Let
wait.
me say this
Can I
on
can I
on
can I tell
tour
you?
virtually.
Can I
Oh,
give these
oh,
examples?
hold on. Let me
Well,
say
you
this.
know,
Let me say
women are being
it
rejected a lot. So why
happens.
just
Can y'all hear
say
me?
it?
Mr. Lego, your mic is
Let go. We
going
can
in
hear
and
you.
out. It could be the
No,
hospital.
only because they asked
Oh,
a specific question. I just want to answer their question real quick. I ain't gonna take a day. I just want to answer their question real quick.
okay.
So I've literally told women that no, I will not fuck you. That's pretty much how it goes. No, no. Like, women are aggressive. Women have flashed me. Women have grabbed me. Women are aggressive. Women do all kinds of things when they want you, and they feel like men are supposed to agree and participate and cooperate every single time. Men are violated regularly, right? Maybe certain kind of men, whatever. I don't care. But listen, over the years, since high school, I've been violated. Women grab you. It would be considered SA according to women's standards. They do what they want to do. If they feel like they want you, they always think you're going to take it because you're a man. I've had to reject women subtly. I've had to reject women directly, nasty, because it all depends on what the situation is and how they come. But females do not care a lot of times. If they see something that they want, when they want you sexually, they absolutely will do whatever it takes. Women have tried to corner me, literally, like a whole bunch of things that would be considered sexual, you know what, according to women's standards. And that's how they behave a lot.
Yeah,
A lot. They touch you, they
there's
grab
an
you, they rub on you,
expectation.
grope.
Hey,
Oh,
Trev,
wow.
and I'm medium ugly, and I had a chick try to put me in the Midwest leg lock. Like, whoa, what is you doing?
Yeah.
That's right. Like, even if you talk to
Like,
lesbians, if you've been around, which I have a couple lesbian friends, even being around them, they're saying like how aggressive women are. A lot of times, it's so much easier with a woman who is sending the DM and she telling you exactly what she wants. And a lot of times, men are sometimes hesitant about it because we know some men are not having sex, so they go, "Why would she approach me this way? Is it a trick? Is it a setup?" Or some men is like, "Ooh, like." I'm not gonna go out and date her. She already told me what she wanted. It's too easy, right? So I think the issue is, Trev, not the fact that it's not happening, right? And I'm sorry that you've had that experience as well as you, Sweetie, or for the men on the panel, because we know you guys get violated. It goes out of sight, out of mind, because you guys do not speak up about it. Inherently, black men specifically are taught that being overly sexualized mean that you have a higher market value. You guys say it all the time. Like, men can't be whores and all this other stuff. However, what we're missing is because men are not constantly telling women we reject y'all all the time, but we're also seeing an adverse where women are constantly posting DMs where there's a man talking to themselves. We're seeing an adverse where women are saying, "Girl, he blocked me, but he finna unblock me," or we're seeing where women are saying, I blocked him on everything and he still found a way to contact me. It always appears that we're being chased when we can have our way. So when you're talking about sexual discipline, it always has the connotation that men will fuck anything, right? Like when you
Yeah.
look at the
That's
woman
true.
that he's with
That's true.
versus the woman that he cheated with, it looks like, why would he cheat on her? She's ugly. It's always down to our looks. It's always down to, the desirability portion of it, not anything about a woman's character. So you guys are actually amping us up and giving us a false sense of validation to where the only thing that we have to stand on is as long as he keep fucking me, I know he wants me. Whereas you guys are making that the end all be all. You're making sex there because you're rejecting women in silent, and the women that you are having sex with, it's like you're constantly going back to them. There's a revolving door. As much as men are saying this means nothing to us, we know in certain conversations it actually means something. You're talking about how you won't have a baby with anybody. You're talking about how you won't have, certain women who do certain things for you. Like at some point, it's meaning something somewhere.